recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. Back to the nanotechnology bill for a moment. This bill is a good bill, and I wanted to congratulate the chairman, Mr. Gordon, for something that he said earlier in this debate about the need to help the public understand new technology. And of course, that he used the example of nuclear power. In South Carolina, we use nuclear power very effectively. It does take some education to get people comfortable with the concept. Same with nanotechnology. An important part of this bill, I think, is enabling the public to begin to understand nanotechnology, all of us to understand nanotechnology. It's a little bit difficult, but as we do, we get more comfortable with it. The uses of the technology, the safe uses of that technology will benefit us and will drive, hopefully, an increase in productivity within our economy. And that brings me, of course, to the other discussion that's going on here today about how to get the economy going. What is the best way to accomplish this sort of thing long term? In this nanotechnology bill, we're taking good steps that the House is wise to take. In the stimulus package, I wish we were doing the same sorts of things. I wish that we were setting up a trajectory forward where we're going to have higher productivity out of this economic downturn. The risk that we've got, though, is that what we're going to do is simply spend some money that we borrow, which means that we pile on the debt, and the result is that we don't really get the growth we're looking for, because the growth will be eaten up in inflation and perhaps a risk of hyperinflation once this debt really comes to be digested by our economy. So the hope that I have is that we could actually come up with the same set of approach we're using here, this nanotechnology bill, a collaborative approach where we have Republicans and Democrats working together to accomplish something good for long-term benefit of our economy and our country. In the case of the stimulus, what we have is not that process. We have sort of the opposite. Where this basically compromise, which is a zero-sum game, as opposed to collaboration, which uses the strengths of both parties to come together and solve problems that America faces. So it's with excitement that I vote for the nanotechnology bill. It's with real disappointment that I vote against the stimulus package. I thank the gentleman for yielding, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back his time. The gentleman from Tennessee.
I reserve the balance of my time.